Good day everyone, I'm glad you clicked on this video. We're here to talk about the 21-hour maintenance. Now, this is not an April Fool's joke, this is actually true. On Tuesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, we'll be receiving the 21-hour maintenance all the way up to Wednesday 4 a.m. Eastern Time. This is one of the biggest updates, so we're going to go ahead and get into what we'll be receiving for this week. And you're watching my weekly updates video, where I break down update details and events for PSO2 New Genesis into digestible bites to know what's going on with the game and to stay up to date. The new NGS headline that was broadcasted on March 28th showed off a lot of quality of life improvements and exciting changes. First off, after maintenance on April 5th, we'll be receiving Chapter 5 Story, which will take place in the floating island of Lucille. Followed by new changes to the daily and weekly tasks. You can now earn up to 134,000 setup per day, which comes down to 983k per week for just the dailies. And the weeklies will now include 10 SG and EX cubes and more special scratch tickets. Leah's Maze quests will provide more EXP, and a new NPC for Creative Spaces will be added to teach you how to use Creative Spaces. However, Creative Spaces will not be available until June. We also are getting level 5 potential unlocks for your 7 and 8-star weapons. Boss enemies will have HP gauges in Trainias now. A weather icon has been added to determine the weather, and it will now be easier to continuously generate your add-on skills. And finally, you can now search for recruiting alliances through the new feature, which was brought over from PSO2 New Genesis. There were also some other updates that weren't displayed on the slide, such as the UQ music. So every time you play a music through your mag, the UQ will not change that music until you enter that UQ. Followed by, we'll also be receiving an update for truck tasks. Every time a truck task appears in a combat zone and you complete it, you will receive level 1 PSE. And for Chaos Trials, we'll obviously give you level 2 PSE. And now we move on to the second panel. We have a new auto switch lock on target feature, which allows you to select whether to automatically lock onto a new target after defeating an enemy. We also have reduced character and enemy draw refresh rate, which reduces the draw load. So if a character and enemy is really far away, the frame rate will be reduced to put less stress on your system. Then we have changed display of critical damage highlights. So now what this does, it changes how the text is highlighted whenever a critical damage occurs. For example, bold yellow text could display as critical damage. We also have high resolution settings now, which will be available in the preview windows for PC version only. You can link a My Fashion save slot with a My Set or loadout created at the class counter, sort by name when selecting titles from the ARCS ID, and you can toggle the display of weapons and whether the eyes look at the camera or your ARCS ID. Then if we move to the third panel, you can now manage all color settings. This place lets you revise colors all at one place. Adjust the fixed camera zoom. The fixed camera will be updated to make it easier to operate with more zoom positions. Plus, you'll have the ability to zoom in and out by holding down the button without having to repeatedly press it. We'll also have a new chat command introduced when you want to have other players to face the camera, including yourself. New category added to the exchange shop and item recycle menu. This displays all items available for trade-in. All items held in the inventory and the various storage boxes will be displayed in a single category. And you can now filter by category in the scratch prize list. For example, you could say you want to see only accessories, innerwear, or maybe even weapon camos. And then we also receive an expanded storage 7. Not sure why. I assume maybe there's some whales that just don't have enough space. I don't know. Then with the next panel, this is actually only for global players. So the Mission Pass storage is a new storage that will be introduced for global, and you can access this for a period of time when consuming a Mission Pass storage use ticket. This ticket is available each season from the Mission Pass in normal tier rewards. While the feature will be added into the April 5th update, you won't be able to actually use it until Mission Pass 19 launches on April 12th, so keep note of that. 16 weapon camos will be added to the exchange shop in PSO2 blocks, which provides Rising Weapon badges through PSO2 Urgent Quests. And finally, we have the AC Scratch Ticket Combat Classics. This just features some light combat wear with flight jacket style outerwear and more. And that wraps it up for this week. Don't forget that we also had the NGS Headline Plus keyword that was introduced, and it's gimme_that_nugget. This will provide you up to 2 Rappy Fritters and 50 SG. And that about wraps up this entire update. You guys can go ahead and check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/PhantomYosha or subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you want to know whenever I'm live or uploading another video, you can also just join the Discord or follow my Twitter. Thanks again for watching, guys. You have a great time and enjoy the update.